side, having lost the knife, they go over to T side, and VP will get that strong start on the CT, and Snax already under fire, and he gets caught on the windowsill. Can't afford to make that kind of mistake, especially if you're the only man on the site.
Oh yeah, that was not good. Just ran into the whole team. Neo being caught flanking as well, so even if they don't get the kill on him, just the fact that they know he's there is going to make a big difference. By Ali, he gets a kill going their way, but it might not be enough right now. It's all going to be on Taz, 1-on-3. Virtus.Pro just completely caught by the speed of Tempo Storm there. There's a very, very good start here for the Brazilian side. Bomb is down as well. Taz without any kind of a kit going for the shot in the corner, but it's going to be Phelps to take him down. And it's a full team effort. Every single man picking up a kill. It's what we call a team ace. And second round coming up, Virtus.Pro not going to be too happy about that. I mean,
Snax in particular.
Yeah, just getting caught like that.
Yeah, that's a nightmare situation. It's so tricky sometimes to get through that window. You know, you just get caught on that edge and then you're wrecked. That's it. You're out in the middle of nowhere. You're going to have 3 guys, 4 guys barreling down on you with Glocks. There's just no surviving that. And the best he can hope for is to trade 1 for 1 at that point. Just get a lucky headshot before he goes down. But that doesn't even go his way. So really frustrating situation there for Snax to start things off here for VP. And he just decides to go for the jumping scout, which is, you know, one of the go-to plays you can go for here when you're playing this particular position on the map, right below the lip, right below the balcony, going into B apps. You get that scout, and you just start trying to tag as many people as possible.
Yeah, and Pasha has his as well. He sees the early movement going on over there. Grenade will do a bit of damage, but not enough for him to get a kill with the follow-up scout shot. So you got to be careful. They do line up. Oh, headshot and bolts in the background, and another one coming in. Snax getting a double, and what a great start to a round. Tempo Storm, they've got to be worried now. And Neo, he's on the crossfire as well with the deagle in hand. Look at the damage the Snax has inflicted. Instant payback from that pistol round.
What was that, a nade and 2 shots? And he gets 2 kills, brings Lucas down to 17 and 57 left on Showtime. The hell is this?
Well, Snax is going aggressive behind this as well. He really took that personally in the pistol round. I don't know how they're going to bring it back from this point. And they got 1 flashbang. They can't even smoke him off easily. And he's picked up another grenade they're going to rain in. And that's a 3rd kill. Snax just decimating the team without them making any progress on the map right now. Going for a bit of wallbang. I mean, if you're going to be this good in a round, why not try that too?
30 seconds left. And it looks like what Tempo Storm wants to go for here is pretty much survive. Hold on to the two rifles that you have in this round. You have a Galil, you have an AK, you still have 2 Kevlars. And it seems like for them, it's just like stay put. No need to show yourself. They're already boxed in, as you guys can see. Pasha at top mid with the scout waiting. And it looks like Neo, he's got the deagle. He can afford to go in here and actually see if he can't poke around, catch somebody out. Snax is going to back him up as well. 8 seconds left, and now it's all on Tempo Storm to just survive this situation. Pasha's going to edge around the corner. We'll see if he lands a shot, but it's not going to happen. Henny annihilates him. And now the remaining 2 players from VP kind of like to hold and just sit back because Neo's found a Galil. Snax has still got his scout. And while both teams just chilling out.
Interesting. I haven't seen too much like that from Snax in the past.
That's ridiculous.
It's like a cold Sierra Light almost, you know? Scout. It wasn't a 2-for-1 shot, but I mean, he did tag 2 people, but yeah, cold Sierra Light.
Cold Sierra Light, right? Yeah, exactly. How frustrating for Tempos. But at least they hold on to 2 rifles.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to try and put some speed behind this. Normally, you might want to wait a little bit to see if there's anything going on middle if you're getting flanked, but they're just straight into this bomb site here. Smokes are going to be coming in about 1 minute and 30 seconds, and they just roll in. But look at the Molotovs coming out as well. Pasha getting a kill, one of them following up with a shot on Lucas as well, and Phelps going to be the last alive.
The tilt plays, man. They just decide to run in. Great spray coming out, and it's not even going to be a single kill here for Tempo Storm after that 4 spy. They hold on to 2 rifles. They go for the Tech 9s. They hope to get lucky with an A strategy, but VP, man, they're just ready to shut them down all day long. And well, this is where, I mean, the grind begins. When you're a team that runs off of hype, which is, you know, very often the case with Tempo Storm. That's why they shout so much. They try and get hype every time something goes right for them. When you're a team that runs off that kind of strategy, like kind of like, okay, you know, we're very, you know, like feel kind of based, getting slammed 2 rounds in a row, and especially in a tilt round like that in the second where Snax just shuts you down with the scout, it's going to make their lives very difficult here. It's going to make it very difficult for them to get their heads back in this game.
Yeah, no bomb plants either, so even not just that little trickle of money coming into it here, not going to be working out for them. And Virtus.Pro just really appears to be showing up right now. I did say that after Columbus, Taz was ready to bet me that they were going to win this tournament. So he had a lot of confidence now. Taz does always talk a lot, so it's hard to know if he's serious about it or not. But I mean, Virtus.Pro seem to have always had this sort of capacity to show up every once in a while, just, you know, do crazy things. So they certainly are playing a very, very good game right now. AKs are back on Tempo Storm though. Bolt's looking for an opening, gonna be spraying down. One just continues. If he stops that and tries to re-engage, Bialy probably wins that fight, but just keep spraying right at the corner, and that's going to be working out. So a brilliant start here for Tempo Storm in the 5th round. This could, I mean, we said this could be a very interesting game, and it's already turning out to being a bit of a brutal battle early on.
Yeah, back and forth, tit for tat. VP trying to play off that confidence. Neo is going to shut down Lucas in connector, so that's a strong start. But then Phelps actually catches Pasha, edging his way into Palace. Easy kill there to bring it back for Tempo Storm. And now VP once again finding themselves in a situation where, I mean, this is actually really tricky for him because they're down 2 guys. Neo's tagged down to 19 HP. Snax has once again only got that scout. He is into connector very quickly, but Henny's got that backstab coming up on short. So if Snax stands out in the open, it's going to get nasty for him real quick. He does get the tag, but that's all the info that Henny should need. And there's an easy kill for him.
Yeah, solid play. Very, very measured gameplay coming out of Tempo Storm here. No, we said about them sort of rushing a bit, maybe panicking earlier on. Good shot from Neo, gets the 1 kill, but he is trapped there from 3 different angles, and he is going to go down 2 bolts. And that will be a round for Tempo Storm. There's very, very sort of relaxed gameplay from them. No hesitate. Oh, sorry, a lot of just measured gameplay and waiting for Virtus.Pro essentially to show themselves before they sort of slowly closed in on the bomb site. So really like that round from them. 6th round coming up, and Virtus.Pro, they are able to buy, and they still have the money for it. Actually, even after this round, they've got more of a bank than you'd think.
Yeah, Neo's sitting on 5K. It's back-to-back perfect rounds. That's what allows you to just kind of weather the storm there. The round definitely doesn't go your way, but you're still able to get that AWP for Pasha. Bialy trying to push up the top mid, and guess who's waiting for him? The twins. Lucas and Henny there to shut him down. And so now, well, VP, they still have Neo in an aggressive stance, but if Taz tries to go for some kind of play here in the underpass, it could get nasty. Phelps is waiting, and already, again, Lucas catches out Neo, so 2 kills going Tempo Storm's way. Luckily, Snax is able to bring it back. He takes out Showtime, but still, Tempo, they have the edge, and they have the gear. They have all the nades necessary for an execute onto this A site.
Yeah, the only silver lining right now for VP is the fact that Lucas and Henny are kind of low on health, so maybe with a bit of a lucky shot somewhere, they could bring it back in their favor. Pasha's got the AWP, and it's a good lineup here, but he's just with the wrong timing. It goes down to bolts, in fact. Shot right through the edge of the box, and now Snax and Taz, do they even try and go for it? Taz will commit, and it's just a quick trade. That's not good enough in this position. And Snax, he's done some damage to Tempo Storm before, but this is, I think, even too big of an ask. The bomb is not down yet, so he's got just a bit of a window. Does pick up a kit, which could be important. Trying to see if he can make it up on top of the toll booth here. Gets the 1 frag in, but grenade to follow up, and they're just going to be Molotoving him away from that position. Easy plant coming in from Henny here, and they should be able to play this one to a victory.
Yeah, Snax has no idea that there's a man in connector. That's what's going to be the fail-safe here for Tempo Storm. Bomb is playing for connector as well, so Snax, he's going to have to check all these angles, but he might be thinking that they're playing in Tetris, and, well, as he does, you know, he is playing thorough, Snax. He does check connector, but then that opens him up for a backstab coming in from Henny on the side. So a great crossfire setup there for Tempo Storm to hold on to that A site. And VP, now they're the ones to suffer back-to-back losses. And while that money, it isn't quite good enough. They need to go for... Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, no, it is the quasi-buy. That's what's going to happen. It's the hero off from Neo, and then the rest of them are just going to balance out their money with just a couple of pistol buys here. Not going for the full buy.
No, it's still a bit scary for Neo, right? Because he's under that 1800 mark, so he's still going to be stretched just a little bit thin compared to the rest of the team here. Early trade as Taz somehow wins that fight. He did have body armor as well. Seeing if they can make it back somehow. 2 on 4 here, looking for the shot. Pasha looking very on point with the aim then, but just wasn't able to get the kill. Just strafed the edge of the wall, and it will be just the 1 casualty for Tempo Storm. Lucas going to be going down. Henny, triple kill. You know what, Samler? I've got a nephew named Lucas.
Really?
Sister's boy, and he's got his birthday today. So
happy birthday to him.
Yeah, it's cool stuff.
There we go. Shout out on stream.
I doubt he's watching. I hope he's not, because he's not that old. And, you know, it's also past his bedtime, so stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, it's the thought that counts, Anders.
It is the thought. That's exactly what I was thinking. Taz and Bialy defending the A bomb site here, and actually looked like that smoke that went up maybe made Tempo Storm hesitate a bit. This time they do have the man at top mid, which I definitely prefer. They did the execute on the bomb site earlier really quickly. This time it still looks like an execute. It's just with a slight variation, and it is a safer play. Showtime just controlling and making sure no one is flanking, and he could also sort of essentially flank once if there's a defuse attempt. Oh, that shot actually hits by Ali, down to 23. This is a disaster. Taz on 17 as well.
Yeah, they're all taking so much damage. Showtime's on a slow flank, slow fuse towards the B apartments right now, so he could actually work his way back in here for a backstab eventually. But Tempo Storm just content to sit and wait. The only problem is their nades are running out. They need to start making the plays, and that's actually going to play into Pasha's hands. He picks up the first kill on a Bolts, gets the second as well, takes out Phelps. Pasha the man to make it happen right now. And Showtime just still hanging around in B apartments, not effective at all. And 3 players waiting in CT here for VP. So as soon as Tempo Storm try and push out onto this site, unless Showtime can draw VP's attention over towards this B site, make all the difference, it's just not going to happen here for Tempo Storm. They're going to run right into the grinder.
Lucas and Henny. I'm not sure if Tempo Storm, you know how much damage they've done to VP in this round. If they did, that must be extremely frustrating. Lucas going to be picking up that kill. Still a 2-on for Henny, just unscoping, and it might have been the wrong time. Walks in, misses the flick there. Was close enough, but Snacks will be going down to Lucas, who now has another 3 kills to get here with only 15 seconds left, and he's going to be going down to Neo. Forgot to say, it looks like Pasha is just on point, right? His aim is so crisp at the moment. And I feel like Pasha has been, I won't say maybe, but a little bit of a liability for a long time on this team, just because he seems to have been slightly less motivated. And, you know, he's been into streaming a lot and all that, which is all good stuff, but at the same time, it seems like maybe some of the motivation has been lacking. He seems so crisp right now.
Yeah, this is where Pasha really needs, I mean, when Pasha, this is what we used to say as well, that the team was entirely built around Pasha. He had all the freedom on the map to do what he wanted, and well, VP, when Pasha was hitting his shots, as a star player should, that's when they won. So it's been quite a while since we've seen really Pasha have those kind of dominant performances, but this is big, and it's a strong start. Neo will be starting things off here, shuts down Lucas, and he gets overwhelmed. Nice trade kills, but then Pasha in the window nearly gets the double spray down. Phelps just barely survives, but there's Snacks to make the difference on the B side itself. Taz and Snacks both picking up kills, and Henny now alone. 1:15 left on this clock. He can pick up the bomb eventually, but he needs to find Snacks first.
Snacks with some really, really ugly spray that came through there, but it worked eventually. Henny just hoping for a mistake from someone here on the VP side, but longer he waits, the more he's going to get boxed in. That's a nice peek coming out. Goes for the wall shot, not quite connecting. Snacks is on the other side, and still a bomb plant. If he waits just a little bit, Taz is going to be within reach, and this could be working out, but Snacks takes the peek. Perfect timing. And that will be Virtus.Pro winning the round. I mean, this is such a close game right now. 5-4 being the scoreline, just slightly favoring Virtus.Pro here. So many of these rounds, they're close, and I don't know. It's hard to call at this point in time.
No, this is just a really tough situation for Tempo Storm because in the past couple rounds they had managed, well, they seemed to really hesitate quite a bit. The Pasha round where he got those 2 kills initially, there was a lot of hesitation on Tempo Storm to actually get onto the site, lock things down, you know, just go through with the execute. This last round actually looked a bit better because they, you know, charged short together. They looked like they were trying to move in together as a unit, and they just kind of got slapped around. So once again, Tempo Storm, they're getting their confidence, you know, well, beat up a little bit. You have to see if they're going to be able to actually execute here something. And again, it's just not really panning out for him. Showtime picks up 1, but then Taz. Nice, crisp, clean kill from him. Top of stairs, he gets both kills. In fact, and it's going to be down to Tempo Storm. Henny dies in a hail of bullets. So another very solid anti-eco coming out here for VP. Seems to me like it's just, it's like almost has to be like one-sided in these anti-ecos for VP. They're just not really making many mistakes that allow for Tempo Storm to, you know, capitalize.
No, they're
force
really
the round
not.
to be close.
I mean, a tiny mistake here, but it seems like Showtime could have probably got the bomb down then if he had just sort of instantly stuck it. Not that it has a big impact on their economy in this round. I mean, they could have bought a couple of more grenades, but just pointing it out, you know, gotta find even the small things here. Pasha in the middle with the AWP, and I wouldn't mind seeing a couple of more kills from him. He's just been on point. It's very exciting because this is the Pasha that we really need for VP to be sort of a top team.
Yeah, a threat. And VP kind of adjusting their play as well. They realized that the push to top mid didn't work. They realized that the push to pit didn't work. So now they're kind of playing with the triangle in mid, hoping that Pasha can take advantage of that AWP, supporting him from connector and short. This is solid work coming in from VP, at least putting up a fight versus Tempo Storm, not allowing Tempo Storm to get full mid control right off the bat. Now we're down to a minute left in the round, and only just now VP, well, I mean, VP are allowing Tempo Storm to get in here, although, as I say that, Lucas, he picks up 1. Fair trade, though. Taz is able to return it, but Phelps catches out Neo on short.
Still 50 seconds left. They have used a lot of their grenades just to get the mid control here, Tempo Storm. They're bringing the bomb back, and looks like they're going to head for the B bomb site, where, once again, Snacks is holding. He's been doing a very good job. He's jumped himself up there, which you can do on your own. Now, are they going to check that? Because it's a very, very good position if they sneak in there. If they just run past, it gets really dangerous. Then you don't have a lot of outs right there. You're just going to have to hide and wait for backup, and that's going to be quite some time. Snacks, if they walk in, that's what he wants. If they just run, then that's a problem. 20 seconds here. Looks like they are still bringing it in fairly slow, and Snacks waiting for that pixel. It's going to be the heat coming through. He sees a couple of people, and now they do run past. He hasn't shown himself yet, so they might not even realize. Are they going to try for the bomb plant? Snacks going to be going down. Showtime with a critical frag. Otherwise, how are they going to get the bomb without actually losing the round?
Crazy that they're so slow and patient with that. If Snacks catches him out even for half a second just to buy enough time for Taz to go for his delayed flank. Taz was on the way through underpass. So had there been just a little bit more time to work with from Snacks, perhaps Taz could have turned it around. But in the end, Snacks, I mean, yeah, he's got 4 people just barreling down on him. He just isn't able to actually pull anything off there. And so Tempo Storm, they get a key win. They don't allow Virtus.Pro to actually really take off at any point. Again, VP win 3 rounds, but then Tempo Storm right back at it. It's actually, there's a fair balance going on here so far in this first half. Tempo Storm picked up the pistol round. VP pick up 3 rounds. Tempo pick up 3 rounds. VP pick up another 3, and now it's right back into it. There's a pattern developing, so we'll see if they can maintain that, or if VP, thanks to this op that Bialy's able to save, you know, maybe Pasha can turn it around here in this next one, because he does have the money to drop an M4 for his teammates. So they should be able to get a full buy going here, VP. Although the nades might be a little light.
They kind of need to, because the pattern that you're describing is obviously going to favor Tempo Storm in the long run. They are playing on the slightly less favored side here, so VP almost expending their entire budget in this round to pick up the rifles that they have, and they saved a couple of them as well, so see if it's going to be working out for them. They do need to win this round. I think if they lose it now, then Tempo Storm is going to have a field day with the rest of this half. Snacks getting in position again, just keeps alternating, even just a little bit, the position that he's in. Flashed over the building for Henny to take that peek flick. Not going to connect, but it was damn close. It'd be fun to have an instant replay of that. And going to be the opening frag going in the way of Taz.
Oh, look at this lurk out from Bolts on Tetris. Phelps is drawing attention to himself in Palace. And it's Bialy holding very close. If Bialy gets impatient, if he starts to go for the peak, Bolts might be able to catch him out. Really hard shot for Bolts to hit. Maybe he'll be able to manage. Well, there's the flash. Team play coming in for VP. Good communication. The flash opens it up. Phelps somehow hits the shot through the smoke, and Taz gets caught by Henny. Blink of an eye, they managed to turn it around here at Tempo Storm. They make it a 3-on-3, but they've taken so much damage, and Bialy's still alive on that A site. They had no idea that he was holding close. Fantastic flash, but it's just not going to be good enough when Snacks is there to hold things down in CT. Double kill for Snacks in the end. And VP right back into it. This time around, there will be no pattern. It's VP getting control once again.
Okay,
how close was he?
Right over his face.
And he's so fast.
Scary flick. A dangerous jump to be making there. 7-5 being the scoreline now. Virtus.Pro, if they win this round, they're going to buy themselves a lot of breathing room. Then the Brazilian side will be out of money for the 5th or for the 14th round, and they could at least get a little bit of some space to work with. Snacks up here again in the back line. He's got a teammate, and he's actually moving quite far forward here. So again, if he misses this shot, if they charge him, he's going to have to make it out of that window quick, and a bit more success this time. They get the double setup, so could set up a nice defense.
But Neo is actually holding close this time. He's not playing from short. Both team kills Phelps somehow. Neo is going to assassinate Lucas. And now it's all in the remaining 3 players here for Tempo. At least they spot Neo holding close, but this bought enough time here for the rotation to come through for VP. Somehow, they are finding the kills, though, Tempo. Although, as I say that, Snacks and Pasha bring it back. And it's all on Showtime with the flank on short. Delayed actually works. Picks up 2. And now we're into the 1-on-1. Minute left, but the bomb is dropped at bench, and this is awkward because Bialy's waiting in kitchen. And he just spots Showtime making his way onto the site.
What a tough position to play in here if you're Showtime. That fire actually spreading right next to him. I could feel the heat here. Trying to see if he can make it up there. He's got the Galil as well. It's not the AK. Can't just get the 1 click in. So Bialy will have just an extra millisecond, which could be quite a lot when you're playing at this level. 25 seconds. Showtime has to make a move, and Bialy knows it, and there's the peak coming in. He did get the extended spray in, but it was not enough, and that should have been a much, much tighter round for VP. They were so far ahead, and you're right, they had the quick rotation just because of Neo and Snack staying alive, and everything seemed to be working out. Showtime nearly running away with this round.
Yeah, he made all the difference. This big spray onto Pasha. That should have been Pasha, just trading, one and done, get it over with, and VP walk away with the round, easy done. But now Tempo Storm, they could be feeling a little bit better just because of how Showtime came so close. VP might be feeling a little on edge, but it's a hard eco coming out here for Tempo Storm, and a huge headshot. Lucas, that was a sick Juan Dig.
Well, all right then. Good start to the round. Stealing that AWP on Phelps. Hey, Lucas with the second kill, taking out Neo. Virtus.Pro have got to be wondering here. Going for the challenge in middle. It's doing a bit of damage, but they need a way into this round again. So they're only saving grace right now. So there's no armor, so if they don't get these one sort of shots in with either the AWP or the Deagle, then the M4 spray should take care of business. Taz, a little bit paranoid about that left-hand side. Gonna go for the quick jump down. That was the AWP waiting.
A bit of a missed opportunity. I kind of want Phelps to get back there and hand that AWP over to Henwan. Because, well, I mean, obviously we've seen what Henny is capable of with that AWP. But it does look like Tempo, they're going to go for the correct play, which is group up, stack up, and hope that you can get lucky and just rush somebody down. Bialy is all alone on this A side as well, so this could be ideal for Tempo Storm. If they hit this window, this is their time to shine. Henny does get that AWP after all. And it looks like eventually, I mean, Tempo Storm kind of want to play off of him, it looks like. Phelps might be leading with that Glock. Henny right behind him. Lucas with the Deagle, but Bialy's waiting in shadow. He's got the silenced M4, though, so he's only got 20 bullets to deal with this rush. We have to see if he's going to be able to hold. Now they know where he's playing from. There's the slow peek, but he's holding it. He's doing a perfect job, in fact, going for the shoulder peeks, just jiggle peeking, buying time for Taz to come into play. And Taz, he's doing all the work at this point. Henny trying to bait it out. He's going for the win, in fact, and he hits the point-blank shot onto Taz. 1v1, but Snacks has got all day to line up the shot. And Henny just doesn't get the lucky break in the end. Had Snacks just taken a couple of seconds longer there to get into position, we might have had a real 1v1 on our hands.
Yeah, and he only had 9 seconds, Henny, so he couldn't even fake it. This is the problem. He couldn't sort of easily run around and plant on the other side of the boxes or anything like that. So Snacks knew that it was either, either he's sitting there waiting with the AWP or he's gone for it. And because of the time that was left, I think he just thought, all right, I'm just going to go and peek. A perfect intuition there for Snacks. I think that round is just it's a great little sort of almost textbook round of why it's so hard to attack A without any grenades. You see how much space Bialy had to work with. No one to pop flash in, no Molotovs to clear him out of shadows. He just has so much to work with. So yeah, unfortunate for Tempo Storm. That was a hell of a round for them. 15th is coming up now. They do have AKs, and they're putting a lot more speed behind this one. Phelps already sneaking through. Pasha, there's almost no way for him to know this is happening. He's got the pistol close range here, trying to see if he can find anyone, but he's not even going to check the corner. Showtime picking up Taz as the opening. Finally, Bialy with a bit of a reply here. Still a 4-on-3, and plenty of time left. Planting the bomb out in the open as well, and this should be their round. Phelps picking up a shot on Neo, and now it's a 2-on-4. Virtus.Pro, almost an impossible retake at this point, especially with Bialy being low. They're trying for a blind shot, but jumping right in. Showtime shooting over the box. Henny closing out the round. It's going to be 9-6, and Tempo Storm, I mean, this is a very respectable first half for them. Hard to call it out one way or another here.
Yeah, actually, this is, for two teams that are solid on Mirage, this is actually, par for the course. 9-6. I mean, 10-5 obviously would have been a better scoreline for VP, but this still puts Tempo Storm within striking range. They win that CT pistol, and, if everything goes according to plan in the second round, they lock that down. It should be tied up at 9-9, and then all the work is going to be on VP's side of the field, where they actually have to come in and start grinding out rounds, which is something that VP are capable of. Snacks calling the shots as well, so I mean, this is kind of the joke as well, though, with VP, where it's just like, okay, Snacks is calling right now, but it's so hard to tell the difference, see the small details that actually change with him calling the shots, because it's like, okay, Taz, Neo, Snacks, they seem to play like hot potato with the in-game leader role. Never really seem to settle on who's actually going to be the one, taking the responsibility. But right now it's Snacks. Right now it's Snacks who feels like, I'm going to be the one to lead.
Yeah, I mean, in the past we've heard that the sort of part of the problem is that Taz can only be it for so long before the whole team hates him. So, do want to point out it was Neo that was calling when they won the major championship in Katowice in Poland. So,
just saying.
We've got the 16th round coming up, a second half here, and a lot of grenades being picked up by VP, looking like a full execute onto the A bomb site, which is going to make life a little bit tricky for both Bolts and Henny once he shows up in jungle as well. It's going to be some blind USPS shots here, and that's definitely doable. but maybe more luck than skill. Smoke also actually coming in. They push before the smokes even land here. Grenade to ward them off. They still have one left on Snacks. A bit of a risk, I'd say, for VP, but it looks to be paying off just fine right now, and they continue into the CT spawn on pushing here, and if they get control of CT spawn, the retake is going to be so incredibly tough here, and Bialy picking up two, looking for the third. They're all headshots, shutting down Phelps, and Lucas and Henny, they're left alone.
That couldn't have been worse, actually, for Tempo Storm, peeking one at a time. Maybe some miscommunication there as far as, how many people are actually facing. But through the smoke, Bialy hits the headshot on Henny, and it's completely falling apart for Tempo Storm. They are not able to bring it back in a 2-on-4. But what happened there in CT is really questionable. With that smoke down, they just kept going in one after another, hoping to get the lucky headshot.
I was going to say, it was the smoke that did it. That's why it ended up filtering in people one at a time. So it was actually kind of sick play for Virtus.Pro. Just managing to do that. That is a strategy that we haven't seen actually for a while. I don't even know why it went out of style, but yeah, the rushing of the A bomb side and continuing into CT spawn used to be a very popular thing to do.
Yeah, you get those two smokes down to block off the stairs, block off connector, and then you just focus all your attention on CT. Just seems like recently the meta has always been like, buy a bunch of Kevlar and rush B site, lemmings, just like go. But VP showing us the depth of their, of their playbook, basically saying, okay, well, we can bust out some of the older strats that have been, on the slow burner for a while now. It's not going to be the full force buy coming out here from Tempo Storm, but they are going to invest a little bit in Kevlar. Not really paying off for now. Snacks does get dropped low, but he still picks up the kill on Phelps. And Pasha, he actually spots out the info. Now they know there's a man lurking at top mid. Showtime, Snacks is going to be waiting for you.
Ooh, grenade. Oh, it's going to catch him, Lucas. That was a homing grenade, if anyone's played Worms. That was beautiful. 3 versus 5, and they did stack the wrong bomb site, Tempo Storm. That's not like anybody's fault. It's just a call you make at the beginning of the round. Just, what do you guys feel like? A or B, try and go for it. Maybe you watch some demo, which you've got a good feeling about it, but you can't know. It didn't work out this time, so 11-6 now the scoreline. Tempo Storm, once they can buy rifles, which is not going to be quite yet, you could tell that Henny's already got the bank to be buying an AWP. Look at this. Ridiculous.
Sick read from Pasha. 2 kills with UMP. Well, 1 with the MAC-10, 1 with the UMP. So decent SMG money getting picked up there for VP. But yeah, Tempo, hard eco now for them. Basically bolts the man to survive last round, so he actually holds on to his Kevlar, and he's going to be taking point with the push. No nades to make this any easier. It's all down to the dirty work. Picks up 1. Good spray onto Snacks. Lucas actually takes out Pasha as well, but then the push comes in from VP, and they're just keeping Tempo guessing. Pistol round, it was A. Second round, B. Right back to A again here for VP. And Tempo, they did have bolts on a forward push, but they're just too far away, the rest of the defense, to really have an impact.
Lucas trying for some deagle shots there, just peeking that angle. Not sure why VP are really even interested in taking this fight, but eventually Bialy does come out on top, and Henny not much of a threat here with no armor and just a MAC-10. If they could catch him and kill him, then obviously it's preferable.
You do not, well, yeah, it's like catch and kill him, and don't allow him to kill anybody because he wants that op. He has been prioritizing the AWP. He will be able to afford it in the next round, but getting a kill with the MAC-10 would make a pretty big difference. It means he'd have full nades if he wanted them, or a kit.
Great flashbang.
He's looking, and he will find 1 kill, so that means a lot for Henny. 6,200 going into this round. He's got mad money now. He gets to do what he wants with it. Yeah, full set of nades is what he'll be able to afford. So really well done there for him. But now all the pressure on Tempo Storm. This is the big round that they've been waiting for. The 19th round bye. 12-6 the score. VP with a pretty big lead. And it's all on Tempo now to shut things down. And VP, they're gearing up again for the nades onto A. Not wasting much time here. But then they've also put 2 guys to top mid. So maybe a delayed split coming in here from VP if they think about it.
This is the big round for Tempo Storm. They have to win this, and the standard grenades are raining in. You all know them at this point. Molotov going into Sandwich as well, forcing out Phelps. He's going to be going down, but Henny, critical kill coming into the bomb carrier. So now that's on the ground. They know that gives them time to rotate in, and they are coming for the B-bombs like quick bolts. Can't see a thing there. Flashbang. I think he didn't spot Bialy jumping on over, and that's going to be an open kill now. 3 versus 4, and they are on the bomb side. Not getting the bomb plant quite yet, but look at this flank. Snacks catching them in CT spawn, and Lucas, there's not a lot that he could do right now. Just no chance here in a 1-on-3, and Snacks will shut him down. Great flashbang being improvised there, and it will be 13th round for Virtus.Pro. incredibly well executed there from VP.
And a catastrophe for Tempo Storm. 13-6, Tempo have to eco, and it's just all out of whack now for them. And in that round as well, VP, man, to just put 3 guys up pit like that, with the 2 guys slow lurking in mid, looking for rotators, looking for anybody to come through short, peek mid for info, anything like that. VP are just looking for easy frags at that point. There's an enormous amount of trust that they're putting in those 3 guys who are running out of pit to get the job done on their own.
Yeah, but that Molotov that landed on Phelps, that just makes such a big difference, doesn't it? Because he's sort of immediately out of the round without... He can't even do anything at that point. No one can help him out either. If he has a smoke, then I'm not sure if he had, but if he has, then he could try and smoke himself off and maybe stay alive, but a little bit tricky up until that point. Well, Phelps, close here with the 5-7, close enough to get a one-shot in on Pasha. They needed. That wasn't quite the last hurrah for Tempo Storm, but it's real close right now. They gotta find a way to get back into the game here, and Pasha just good peek into the corner.
Yeah, seems like he spotted the laces on the boots there. Easy kill for him, not a single point of damage taken here, and it'll stay that way. A flawless round, flawless anti-eco for VP. They've just been so good on anti-eco rounds, Virtus.Pro. On their CT side, on their T side, they just continue to show that, you know, even with the pistols, they're not feeling like Tempo Storm are a threat. They're just completely shutting them down across the map. Well, it's going to be the big play now for Tempo Storm. This is it, the Hail Mary. Double AWP. We have to see Henny come alive. I mean, really, he has been the only one who's been doing a lot of work here for Tempo Storm. He's in double digits. 16 kills for him. The rest of them nearly, 3 of them sitting in single digits. So it's just, you know, Tempo Storm needs to actually, you know, start waking up. Start winning some duels. Otherwise, VP are going to close this out and take that first seed. And there, once again, Henny strikes out, takes out Neo.
And Neo been having a bit of a tough game. I think he's at the bottom of the scoreboard. Not he's sort of horribly underperforming right now, but just seems to run into a lot of early kills there. Snacks will be going down. Henny seems to be tired of losing rounds here. And if they wanted to put an end to this, it would have to be at this point in the game. There's really not much rope left. Henny looking for the shot. Not going to get the third one. Flashbang out and a bit of a dangerous run there. Standing in the fire for a while and almost burning to death, but Bolt's going to come in here. Bolts to the defense, if you like. Taz and Bialy left in a 2-on-4. See if they can get the bomb plant in.
And that's the kind of situation that Phelps really needs to just land, like win. Taz can't be allowed to just walk out there and take a straight-up duel and win it hands down. So it's those kinds of plays right there that are costing Tempo Storm. Bolts, though, he just continues to wreck. 3 kills for him in this round, 2 for Henny. And Henny really going for the aggressive one-way smoke, actually. The edge of that smoke, you can see him dancing on it. That was a pretty sick setup from him. It looks like VP weren't really aware of how to handle it because Neo just walked right into it. So 14-7 now in Tempo Storm. Well, they survived. They managed to draw this out a little bit longer, but they still have a long road ahead of them here. So they do manage to get that double AWP once again. And it looks like this time around, VP, they're not going to get caught out. They do decide to actually put pressure on mid. The short smoke goes down to allow them to get behind the mid boxes if they want. And in the meantime, Snacks makes his way into underpass. So eventually there will be a bit of a sandwich here in mid, hoping to catch somebody out on Tempo Storm.
Well, Bialy setting up for one of the grenades that's normally used in an A execute, but because the rest of the team is somewhere else, you gotta wonder what VP are actually trying to do here. Henny smoked off, and that's a great smoke coming to top connector. A little bit paranoid about what's happening in apartments right now, but VP, are they trying to just force someone to peek middle from an angle that they're covering here? Might look like it. Snacks getting shot in the back quite a bit, and could be dangerous for him to be there right now. He's very low on health.
I agree, but he is going to fall back. Perfect timing for him to actually get out of dodge. So he's able to back off, and they just consolidate the defense on B. It looks like Pasha has been, he's made his way up into ladder room. And so VP, this is actually a pretty cool strategy from them because once they have that mid control, they can go either B, they can go A. There's a bit of variety that's available to them. And Showtime, they exchange shots, and it's Showtime who actually gets tagged through the wall. Still stuck in a bit of a corner here, and he does make the mad dash. He actually manages to get out of it. So 35 seconds left here for Virtus.Pro, and it does look like eventually, after a lot of indecisiveness, it is going to wind up on the A site.
Wow, this is very, very little time to work with. I mean, Henny doesn't have any grenades to stop them with, but if he just gets a kill on the right guy here, this could be awful. He's going to miss the shot, and Bialy opening up. Follow up on Snacks there. The bomb is still in Taz's hands, and see if he can get the bomb down. He's planting right now. Neo's covering him. Bolt's trying to see if he can get in from CT spawn. He gets the shot on one. Bolt's picking up Neo as well. Oh, no. That drops the bomb at 9 seconds of Pasha's position. Look how beautiful it would have been once the bomb was down, but that is not going to happen. Bolt's the absolute hero of this round. Takes out not just the cover, but also the guy planting the bomb. And that's going to be 14-8 it may not quite be done yet.
That was an important thing there. Thanks to production for actually staying in so that the audience could see. They saved both AWPs. And that was really important because Tempo Storm were definitely, they didn't have like full money to go into this next round with. And so the fact that, you know, they can save an op means a full buy for everybody. They have the incendiaries, they have everything they need. VP getting that extra kill, Pasha basically getting that extra kill in connector. I kind of put a lot of pressure on Tempo Storm's economy going into this next round. So they save both ops, and so they can continue running this double op strategy that has been effective so far. But it looks like VP now, they're the ones who want to go for the straight A execute. Nades going out everywhere, and we have to see if Henny's going to be able to start things off strong. He missed that last shot, but this time, it's not going to happen. Bialy cut down.
Good peek from Henny. Oh, they need more than that. It's going to be Neo to get the refrag on Bolt. See if they can make a way in and get the bomb down here, VP. They don't have that much control right now, and their smokes are fading, and that's going to make life really tough here for the Polish side. Look at the spray coming in. Phelps connecting with the last bullet in that spray. Pasha going to be gone now from the round, and Molotov's reining in a bit, or at least one of them. Neo looking for a way to get another kill here. They do need it. They're a man down right now, and look, because all their smokes are gone, they have one on Neo, maybe trying to see if they can put it up right there, seeing if they could get a plant in, but they still don't have any cover, and Phelps just tearing them apart here, looking for the quad, but not quite going to get it. It will be Lucas to finish the round, and Tempo Storm getting that one. And I don't know how much more sort of Weatherman act Yanko can come up with, but that round was a good one to look at because the really cool thing at Tempo Storm do is they push 2 below into underground. As soon as they see that no one is there, they actually have 4 people rotating into A by the time the push happens. So just making life really hard for VP. That's a good way to just get some early information in the round and then make a judgment call based on that. I mean, there is always an outside chance that they could be sort of sneaking into B. You know, they could be in the hallway sneaking in, but pretty good call coming out of Tempo Storm, I'd say. Yeah,
and a lot of patience shown by Tempo Storm as well. Lucas, who was stuck behind Ticket Booth that entire time, he could have gotten impatient. He could have peeked at any moment there, and VP would have been ready for him. VP would have picked him off, but instead he just let his brother Henny, he let Henny just go for the peeks with the op, go for the shoulder peeks. He stayed alive, and he was the linchpin. He was the security, basically, there for Tempo Storm in that round. Quasiby coming out here from Virtus.Pro. They have an AK to play with now that they've actually managed to pick up that kill, and Phelps, he's kind of pinned down in here in window, and he's going to get sandwiched as well. Needs help from Bolts, and Bolts is there to save the day, but he gets shot in the back, and Taz comes through big. Double kill for him with the Tech 9. Showtime still alive on that B site, though, so no joy for Pasha. But now it's into a 2-on-2, and Taz has a rifle to work with.
And random timing. If Pasha had walked through when Showtime was looking the wrong way, then could have probably decided the round. Now, they are going to make a quick or a really long rotation, back all the way around with Bialy here, trying to see if they could get the bomb into the B bomb site. Showtime's got that angle covered from Kitchen, and Henny's moving closer as well, but here's the problem. They could probably find a rifle on the ground somewhere, but if the bomb goes down here, right now they'd be retaking 2 AWPs, and that's just not a fun time, especially maybe on this V bomb side. If you are the close range and you miss a shot here, either the Tech 9 or the M4 is going to run you down. We'll see if Bialy has what it takes to make this crossing. Showtime probably looking for the flick. That's going to be the first one. He did get shot in the face. And 2 AWPs versus 1 Tech 9 in 15 seconds here. This could still go Bialy's way. They're going to be close here. If they miss a shot, it's going to be the first one going down. All on Showtime now, and a single bullet will take him out and give Virtus.Pro the match point here. This is very tricky. He wants him to peek. He's just got his aim trained on that corner. Bialy patient on the other side. It's a battle of wills right now. Who is going to be cracking first? And obviously Showtime, a bit more pressure on him right now. Bialy confused about where that Molotov came from, but still gets the kill. And that's going to be a double for him and 15 rounds for the Polish side.
And a huge clutch. Great team play from both sides as well. You guys could see them take all day there, VP, to line that up, that peak together. We're not going to see it again here. Instead, we're just going to see Henny getting caught out in the open. Showtime taking a little bit too much time to actually back up his teammate there. They could have gone in together, but instead, it was exactly what Bialy was looking for. He wanted that duel. He wanted to just turn it into a series of 1v1s. Instead of them being able to close in and pincer him, he wins one duel, and then on the other one, easy as you please, he gets in the position. But Tempo Storm now, the economy is weak, and they go for an aggressive play into pit again. It worked last time. They were able to get 2 kills off of it. This time, however, it's not going to be really, a thing of beauty. Instead, it's Taz picking up the kill on Bolt. Lucas will find Pasha, but Neo brings it right back, and this is Virtus.Pro just plowing their way onto this A side at this point.
Snacks, close range, there to shut down Henny. That was a good kill otherwise, taking out Neo. The bomb is dropped, though, and it is a 2-on-2. Showtime's got a bit of a dodgy angle there, but he gets just straight peek from Snacks. Looked like a weird angle. Phelps comes through, but it will be Snacks to close out the game. Triple kill for him, And Virtus.Pro taking it 69 over Tempo Storm on Mirage. The Polish team just seemingly very much on fire today, just on point. Showed up. It was Pasha early on that really sort of carried them in the first 6 or 7 rounds. And then after that, the whole team just brought back into it.
Made a huge difference, and just underperformance, I think, on an individual level for Tempo Storm, which is why they're going to be feeling very frustrated with themselves. Definitely not looking happy with how that went. Obviously, they lost, but a few of the individual players there, they really needed to step up a bit more, have a bit more of an impact. But because for too long, they were all sitting, 3 of them were like halfway through the game, so 3 of them were still sitting on like single-digit frag counts, like 7, 8 frags.
Yeah.
Henny's sitting at 16. I mean, if you're going to be in this map, you need to be up there with him. You need to be winning those duels when it comes down to it. And so we just weren't seeing, that kind of individual performance from Tempo Storm, the one that we saw, versus Envy yesterday, where everybody seemed to be having an impact.
And I mean, the beginning as well, just the start that they had, winning the pistol and then ending up with the scout kills coming in from Snacks and losing that second round, is a brutal way to get started.
Yeah.
But eventually they managed to sort of grind it back a bit. They had a pretty good first half, right? 9-6 finish, not that bad. Come second half, they couldn't bring it home.
That's Mirage. Mirage can be a lot like Inferno sometimes. I mean, it's just you lose that pistol round. Virtus.Pro were looking so good on the anti-ecos. I don't think they lost or even came close to losing a single anti-eco this round. Apart from that one where Lucas kind of went ham with the deagle, it just looked like VP. They were in total control of the situation the entire way through. So admirable play from VP, and I think it's time for an interview with Smix. So Smix, it's all you.